Hello everybody, I'm Danish Revolution Hammer Game Channel. Welcome back to the 1000 Week Ride and to my Tsardom of Bulgaria playthrough. Where in the last episode, we got rid of the Fascists. The monarchists have now got control of the nation, and it's now time for us to resolve the issues. A state of emergency is something we have to do straight away. Though we have won, the country remains in ruins. Isolated outbreaks of violence continue, and the fascist improvisers and other radicals surely lurk in every shadow. For the time being, while the nation is so unstable, a state of emergency must be declared so that we have the powers we need to get to work on rebuilding our nation. So yes, Sofia has had a very troubling time recently, and the army has finally intervened on the side of the monarchists and they've prevailed. Radka takes my hand in hers and we run down and away, down the burning and filthy streets, away from the shots that have muffled screams. The world dilates like a fisheye, and it's just the two of us tapping our wild melodies in the broken asphalt. I remember. I'm 5 and she's 7. We're running the gauntlet of breaking the rules of play. Girls and boys aren't supposed to hang out together after curfew. Trying to move between two rows of friends, and our friends kick and punch with savage glee. But we have a plan. She pushes a girl out of the chain of flailing legs. I grab onto her arm and cling for dear life, and we slam onto the potholed streets of Sofia in a ball of tumbling excitement and clamber to her feet, and I notice, for the first time, how bright her eyes shine when she smiles. I'm 12, she's 14. The bombed out city rushes at us as we dance through the streets, thick with reconstruction and the noise of life. Spices from the markets and the smell of petroleum fumes pull thick in the air. She leads me on, towards a garden they say the ears of the legions and the regency informants can't reach. She dips her head towards me, half whispers something to me in that lilt of hers, and the world stops around me. I'm 16, she's 18, and we're both out of time. The streets run thick with blood and the screams of men lost to the mob, swastikas and heralds emblazed on street poles. Our father is a Marcus, mine a legionnaire. We are torn screaming from each other, but only the old are foolish enough to think they can stop the hearts of the young. The gardens of our youth become our hiding places, our war rooms, and there we hatch a plan. Escape. Now we run, and the world dances around the patter of our feet. We run, and we are free, even the prison of the dying city. Why is this here? What? That's like Romeo and Juliet right there. So, I don't think we need to bother about the crisis in Bulgaria. The Casablanca catastrophe. And Einstein has visited Israel, which is only going to lead to one thing. Wait, who are you a puppet of? Confederal districts. And Einstein has been killed. People's victory in Sweden. The Kingdom of Sweden. I thought that was Kiesling there. So, we'll be rapidly approaching the death of a certain someone in Germany. The longer the civil war goes on, the better. It's taking a while to do that. Repeal the Carol Act. So the hated region to the puppet region is gone. CCF victory in Canada. And we now have socialists in the Provisional West African Government. Social Democrats, MJ Coldwell. Harry Truman's still around right now. Still a bit ahead of time. Feel like going down for my chemicals is... Chemical warfare seems like a good idea. We don't have any steel incoming. Don't know why I'm trading with the Germans. They are no friend of ours now. I've just noticed we have zero stability as well. Oh. Francisco Franco has died. Luis Carrero Blanco is now in charge. Anti-German military. Volksbund der Deutschen in Ungarn. I probably said that very incorrectly. Where's that? Wow, all I can say is that went swimmingly well for them. So, are the French anywhere down here? No, they are just completely gone. Okay. Let's go ahead and repeal the Carol Act. The Carol Act, essentially a copy of the Serbo law, states that the party gaining the largest share of the votes, provided they have gained at least 25% of the votes, is given 2/3 of the seats in Parliament. This is, of course, a total democracy, or any kind of fair government. This is the base of the old fascist tyranny. Must be repealed immediately. Indeed it shall, because he needs to go. And we just have to deal with the crisis, the chaos. Well, how do we deal with the crisis, actually? Is there a bit to deal with the crisis? Like a Wiseman. That gets rid of the chaos. That gets rid of the... Wait, we just have the Macedonian unrest? Do we? No, we don't. Stevenson elected as president. Okay. So we've not had the inauguration yet, so he's obviously not there. Day White Peace. What the... Okay, I guess whatever tickles your fancy. I can't remember when exactly Mr. Mustache Man dies. It's hard to tell who exactly is winning this. Ah, Sergei has died. So Anatoly Rogozin. My pronunciation, probably not right there. Climate Attlee's still in charge there. Vegand is still there. Okay. US has criticised Chinese invasion and Pavel is there. China's not doing so well. Infantry anti-tank. Just trying to catch up on the recent tech. 1952 stuff, so that's good. That's what we need after all. Yeah, I don't know. See if Greece wins. Like, what happens if whatever Greece wins? Do they become a puppet again? Turkestani Civil War. Kind of want to do the new monarch. Modify the chaos. Let's do the Pernik trials. As the criminals will drove Bulgaria into chaos, the fascists must be brought to justice. Those we have brought into our custody will be brought to trial in the grandest set of trials this nation has ever had, taking place in the town of Pernik. There, they will be forced to answer for the crimes in front of all the people of Bulgaria. Only then will fascism be stamped out. The grand trial. Up to the podium 5 men walked. None knew how many would leave. First was the UBNS leader, the great Vadak Hristolikov. His life, many agreed, already forfeit. Being the horror's main conductor, surely neither history nor judiciary would be kind on him. Up next, his almost son, Mihailov, built up by his almost father and great bureaucrat of the ministries, Lulikov's protege for a long time, successfully nurtured and quite likely the second Vadak of Bulgaria, for history had been on his side, that is. Next, Alexander Belev, main commissar for the Jews and minorities, the grand butcher who terrorized the peoples for years to come. Turned neighbour against neighbour, the stench of blood could almost be smelt in the courtroom. Then Kalchev, conducting the country's economic growth, seemingly innocuous at first, uneconomist by trade, but without his involvement, the meat grinder would and could not have functioned the way it did. Finally, Kirill Przeslavsky, regent, enabler, traitor. Was not directly involved in the regime of what Mussolini laid the blueprint for so long ago, he allowed them to seize power. He was the one who allowed the fascists to usurp the government with the king's blessing. Without him, there maybe never would have been a Bulgarian or the fasci at all. Guilty all the same. The trials would determine the fates, all men defeated in the civil war, utterly crushed by the monarchic forces, the nation, and to the extent the world was awaiting the verdict. No matter who would rise from the ashes, one thing was certain: their path ended here. The question was just how. Do I get to choose how they die? Do I get to choose? We have a lot of political power to catch back up with as well. And we're just losing it as well. So, yeah, that's all good stuff really. Just the Macedonian Greek unrest to deal with. Not terrible. The crisis of 52 and the chaos. Oh, I've just noticed we have a tiny little old navy. And you are actually a pretty good admiral. I'm very happy with that. Let me actually get some fighters into production. The UN Vietnam resolution fails. I feel like the is the monarchists? The provisional unitary government is going to win here. I feel like the Rev communists are not in a position to actually win this now. 2 to 16. Oh, they both have 2 to 16. yeah. Adlai Stevenson's here. Exile the French. Oh, not French. The Dutch government. Oh, that's tragic. The Kingdom of Netherlands being kicked in the backside again. Yeah. Yeah, that surely is going to go to them. What? Who the hell? Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. I was going to say, what the hell's with the colour? I was going to say, do the Dutch have a tree? But Prime Minister Gaetskell. Yeah, they lost a lot of modifiers there, but yeah, the Republic of Indonesia now rules supreme. Turkestan dissolved. And the Kingdom of Netherlands still has a little bit. Oh my days. The grand verdict. Up the podium 5 men walked, 3 would walk down. Up first was Vodak Lukov, death by hang it was, only he somehow smuggled in a capsule filled to the brim with cyan Kali. They found him dead in his cell, foam in his mouth, yet appeared oddly serene. The traitor who allowed Lukov to escape justice at last was searched for feverishly, yet none was found. Lukov's final curse on Bulgarian land, it seemed, was his inability to accept his fate. Up next was the son of bureaucrat Mihailov. He was spared the rope, but not the key. He would spend the next 20 years under the lock, maybe less, of course. Plenty of time to try to polish his image. Some joke. Sentenced too lenient, others groaned. Then the economist Kalchev, he met the same fate as Mikhailov. Maybe they would exchange letters in prison. They might even pass the time recounting long-lost glory. Rumours persisted of them having already signed lucrative deals, the first-hand accounts of their time in the ministry. Then the butcher Belev, the rope he met, and face it he would. Only the execution did not go smoothly. He struggled for almost 10 minutes before his neck finally snapped. A fitting end, no. The mastermind behind the nightmare escaped the clutches of justice. His bloody arm fortunately didn't. Perhaps for his last moments, he did want to live up to his reputation. Finally, the regent Preslavsky, he opened the fascists the door to power, and behind closed ones he would spend the rest of his days. This proved to cause quite the stir. After all, what was a man only barely involved in the regime, sentenced to more than those directly involved. The reason the judges gave was the possibility of him corrupting the monarchic soul once more, yet that served only to fan the flames. For what were Mikhailov and Kalchev to do once they saw the light of day once more? When the demon struck down, the land could breathe again. The only loose end, of course, the capsule of Cyan Kali. The newspaper editors were quite pleased. The old world, it seemed, would not fade away so easily. Okay, let's do a new monarch. Bulgaria had many chances of monarch in recent times. With Simeon's reign now tainted by the fascist regime, some are floating the idea of encouraging his abdication. Ordered to install his sister as Marie I. It would form a clean break with the old order, but could at the same time lose some legitimacy and support from supporters of Simeon. We have to decide the way to go. So was Simeon the one that's been locked away? Because he has a sister, and we could potentially put her in power. I love how they're called the Greek Democratic Republic, even though they're communist. Saying that, the longer that civil war reigns on, the better. And Benito, you're just chilling there. What's this? The German females. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. And of course, will not be missed. And now, the anarchy. It's Civil War time. And they've not done a peaceful transition. Anti-Palvin change. Oh. Chaos in Zagreb. The Republic of Bosnia. Weigand's been assassinated. So, Mr. Mustache bites the dust, then we get 2 assassinations straight after. I'm sure Koch might meet his end as well. Because obviously these are about to all blow up as well. Not literally, but you know what I mean. They're all about to descend into chaos. The March on Paris. Jacques Doriot. Grand funeral. Who cares? Cambodian Democrats win the 53 election. Social Democrats. Norodom Purishari. Shara. I probably said that wrong. Made in the USA. The Slavic Revolt. The Free Russian Movement declared war on the Erzengel. Them. Yep. Here it goes. It's time for anarchy. The Third Spanish Republic. Adolfo Suarez. They have a king? Ah, the president is the head of state. Do we have anything like that? Ah, Simeon the Second. Yep, it's all kicking off. Holy moly! Second Hungarian-Romanian War, which has a little bit more value to it now, considering they both have focuses. The Romanian wolf. Do we have the Hungarian bear or something? Nope. I think you might lose Hungary. Because that is pretty decent. And again, it's not doing too much. I thought it was forced attack and defense, but it's just the modifier of their stability. Right, Commerce Strat Moscowin's gone already. Holy moly. Root out fascist elements, as well as leaders, is undoubled that many others are willingly accomplices. We're willing accomplices. Serving as goons to the fascist criminals, they enforce the unjust rule of the tyrants. It's clear fascists, high and low, are a threat to the nation. Those that can be found who aided the old regime will be removed from their current social standing. Fascism must be rooted out entirely. The Trenton coup fails. Where was that supposed to be happening? Oh, in Canada. Civil War. Yes, we all know about the Civil War zone, but the Republic of Socialist. Down with the Queen. The test. Oh, nuclear. A new monarch. Monarchs come and monarchs go. Some will be remembered because of their legacy, which they created during their reign. Others will be forgotten because their legacy is lost in time or never achieved anything during the reign. But the reign of Simeon II is one which still will be remembered. Ascended to the throne at the age of 6, living most of his life under house arrest in Vrana Palace, but he is heralded by most of the Bulgarian populace because of the propaganda of the UBNF. So it was him we were reading the journals of. And now the question arises, shall we enthrone his sister, Marie, to remove the last remnants of the fascist regime and start anew? Even though she is inexperienced, she might be what our country needs in these dark times. Yes, his sister will take the throne. Marie the First. The end of Moscowin. Oh dear, oh dear. We're just waiting for Ausland to explode. Serbian Civil War? Ah, Joseph Broz. Joseph Broz? It's Tito, is it not? How many? 11 against 2 to 10. Serbian Social Republic. War is kicking off, and by the sounds of things, going down here, we're gonna have the Bosnian Rebellion as well. Oh, there we go. The Republic of Bosnia. The civil war, the warring. We're just surrounded. If Turkey just flies into a civil war now, then damn, that'll be the whole shabam. Coup d'etat in Cuba. Why is Ausland not exploding yet? The Albanian Revolution now. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Open an opportunity up for us. Can we invade? The Kingdom of Italy's declared war on Bosnia and Croatia. Flippin' heck. It was all calm at the start of the episode. Now, Bormann's position solidified. Oh, so we got Bormann. Boren. I don't even know what he's gonna get up to. Okay. There's war breaking out. Syria invades the Hashemite Kingdom of Iraq. Founding of the Kingdom of Croatia. The Regency. It's literally just the crowns. Italians literally have like no allies at this point. I don't know if they're gonna re-strike Albania. Hopefully I get a chance to. They take my rightful claim. So we still have this, but it's over. It's well and truly over. The Republic of Bosnia is gone as well. Republic of Slovenia. That's an interesting flag. Oh dear, oh dear. 1950s tanks. We need Denver later down the line. Not that we're going to really be doing anything. Yeah, Romania's definitely going to be Hungary. Unification of Greater Hungary. I mean, Romania. Can't even read. Yeah. They're not looking too great there. Coronation of Queen Elizabeth II defeated and broken. The Germans crushed in Ukraine. Memories of Crimea. Make defensive. Oh. Oh, because world tension's high enough. Surprised Banat's not doing anything. Yeah, why is Ausland not? I'm very shocked by that. But, surely there's still going to be a German Civil War. Because this hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. Surely it's going to break out. Right, stop media censorship. During Lukov's dictatorship, the media has been brought under the total control. All dissenting opinion was ruthlessly stamped out, as freedom of the press and of speech was suppressed. Now the fascist regime toppled, it's only right that the people can speak freely once again. Press restrictions will begin, the process of being lifted. Censorship shall come to an end. It's going to modify the chaos. By what? 2010 and 15. 2010 and 15. Okay. Kind of dealing with it, slowly but surely. We're going to change government type as well, prepare the election. New constitution gets rid of the chaos once and for all. We've got some party changing, Macedonian unrest. Socialist question. Well, the socialists are going to get banned if that's an option. Then we have the general election. Fascist coup in Hungary. Oh no. Okay. Not what I was really expecting to happen. Is that light infantry? Right. Oh, there we go. There's the German Civil War. I was wondering if it was going to kick off. So of course Bormann is up against these individuals. And there's Reichs, whatever that is. And Palestine's been taken out. It's a very interesting border. They've managed to kind of switch it up a little bit. I feel like we are just losing more and more political power. Oh, jeez. More and more. At least we get some political power in there. Let's complete the election. The Baltic Confederation. There we go. I thought it was coming, and there it is. That's not just the only uprising. There we go. The Ausland Civil War. Belarusian Socialist Republic. I'm sure Konev's going to be up. Yep, he has sent volunteers to all of the communist elements. Or socialists. Oh, I wonder what that was there. The Southern Uprising. Ah, Poland. Yeah, I should probably stop trading with them. I'll trade with the French state instead. Material coup, Brazilian headliners. Brazil is now the United States of Brazil. Okay. CCF victory. So the Republic of Canada is socialist. Are you gonna stick with the Toronto Accords? I feel like you'd believe it. Prepare the election. To prove our legitimacy to the people, constitutional democracy must be restored. Must begin making preparations for the first new elections. Indeed we shall. The Slovak Spring. Joseph Tiso. upgrade and all that. I wonder if the Americans are going to be plotting intervention. The Danish Revolution. What on earth is like? Look at the world now. It's such a mess. China's actually struggling, so Chang's probably going to go into house arrest. Bunker coup in Spain. Spain's now back to fascism. Well, the Republic lasted long there. Republic of Guatemala. The Polish Home Army won. Just, whoa, unbelievable. And this is still ongoing as well. Well, well, well. Seriously? Yeah, I don't want to do that, thanks. We are just chilling. That's all we can do. I have 20 whole pieces of artillery. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What's this? Semi-industrialized economy. Oh, our economy sucks. Sucks so bad. We're not even gaining any political power today. And again, that's better than actually losing it, I guess. So. Deploy one of shock infantry. Attack our enemies. Defend our gains. See, truly the Prussian, Balkan Prussia. It proved that we're breaking from the old and building a more resilient Bulgarian state, able to resist fascism. We must write a new constitution for the nation, making more clear the constitutional limits of government. The Bulgarian state will be made anew. The Prague Uprising. Oh my days. The uprisings continue. Although, it's a very bold uprising. We actually have peace out there, but it's a bit hideous. Don't know why Belarus owns that bit of Lithuania, but I'll leave it like that for the time being. Hungarian coup in Slovakia. So Slovakia is now a puppet of... Honestly, what is going on? It's an absolute mess. Absolute mess. So we get this new constitution in. Swiss Revolution now. General election. I'm hoping that'll change our tree again, and then we'll maybe have options to doing some war. I do have a couple of claims to act on. Whose claim is that? Socialist Republic of Serbia. It's a bit of a stalemate, isn't it? Fanatical resistance. The Slovenian Declaration. Start of the Benelux Revolution. Revolutions are flying in. America's just watching on. And what are the Japanese up to since they went communist? Coup d'etat in Guatemala. And the conservatives are back in power. Oh god, didn't mean to zoom in that far. You're getting pretty strong in there. Jewish communities. The Tibetan Autonomous State Government. Of course, they do also have that puppet there as well. China. Where's your war? There it is. Oh, China. That ain't good. That really ain't good. Construct a chemical facility. I do not need to do that for the time being. Go on, give us that new constitution. Give us it. Guess we'll maybe swap the conservatives. There it is. We have a new constitution. So we'll leave the episode there. I think that's where we'll leave it. So we didn't really do all that much, really. We got rid of the chaos, so the crisis of 52 is still affecting us. I think we must unlock another part of the tree once we do the election, because we still have to deal with our economy, which is not available to us right now. So we'll see. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall be back very soon for another episode. Until then, take care. Sure, bye. Bye now.